Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working our way through this endgame. We have a lot of alloys that we need to get our hands on. So we're definitely going to be doing that fairly shortly. The price on alloys, not great right now. So for the time being, that looks good. Now the red tide here is, I believe, fully reinforced at this time. And all of our resources, or alloys at any rate, at this point, can be put into Amlitzer Station. Minus those that are being spent on influence expenditures, of course. So let's get some defense platforms going here. That'll be fine. And now what I want to do is I want to check in on, well, we've got the POA 3 station here. That's currently being upgraded, and we're also going to need to fill in some module slots here. We're not going to need to have any... Yeah, we're not going to need to have any habitation modules here for a long time. We'll come back to that eventually, but for now, let's put in some orbital anchorages. That'll be absolutely fine for the moment. So that means that we don't need to spend influence on that, which is good, because we need a lot of influence. No doubt about that. So we've got the drifting coracle right now, which is down over here. It is idle at this time, and eventually we'll get enough influence to do something about that. What is... Oh, yeah, we definitely do want to repurchase that service. Okay, so that sounds good. And then down this way, the core and boundary still having low stability. This is just a matter of time at this point. We just need the devastation here to get solved.
New frontiers established.
So that's fine. That devastation is definitely happening. We're full on astral threads for right now. We can't do anything about that for 133 more days, but we did just finish up on Ezok Secundus. So that, of course, means that we can grab ourselves a gene clinic and a city district. Fantastic. So let's see if there's any more constructions on our worlds here that we need. What are we at for pops anyway? 2712. Interesting. Okay, so that's looking absolutely fine for the moment. Nothing needing to be done there. Let's check in on the price of alloys. It is fine. We're not going to be able to buy another batch of alloys without doing some expenditures here, or rather, some sales. So this is fine. We'll get a few of these going. That puts us back up to about 12k in energy credits, which is fine. I'm not going to buy more alloys than that right now, though. Okay. So the Amlitzer Station we are definitely working on, and we only need 46 at this point? Yeah, 46 defense platforms. So that's wonderful. We can queue up 7 of them right now, and that looks great. So now we need 39 defense platforms. We're going to be able to get that all queued up very shortly here. Now, we're at 7 of 8 Titans, but I do not believe that we should build an additional Titan here. We're at 95% power projection right now, and we still have 2 more battleships to launch here. So we should be close-ish to 100% power projection. Maybe not quite there, but pretty close. That's the overall idea anyway. Okay, apologies for the abrupt cut there, but something got in my throat and I had a significant need to cough for like 3 or 4 minutes, so that was awkward. Proceeding forward, we'll just pretend none of that happened. Okay, so we just got a month tick here. We're at 124 influence at this time, so that's okay. All things considered, we're basically in a holding pattern right now. However, we did just finish up in Kabji. So I believe we've already built the orbital ring around POA, correct? Yes, that is accurate. So we're going to need one around Lee. So we can come on over this direction. An orbital ring here will be necessary. We're currently lacking the alloys for that, but let's go ahead and enter orbit here, and let's see. The price on alloys is actually low. Beautiful. So we're going to come on in and build this orbital ring. That will cost us influence, which will keep the drifting coracle idle for a while. That's absolutely understood for the present. Okay, checking in over here, we've still got some issues on boundary and the core, but that's fully expected. These are going to go away once this devastation goes away. So eventually. That's definitely going to take some time, though. No doubt about that one. We're negative in our energy credits. Did we get a magnetic storm hitting one of our areas again? Okay, so this is a magnetic storm here. This is a good place for it to be, except the D471 singularity. That's the issue. Okay, it hit the D471 singularity, and that's causing this energy credit deficit. Understood, it's not the end of the world, but it will definitely be somewhat problematic. Okay, now we can continue to work on world ascension levels, so that's fine. Okay, so this is one of the potential problems with lowering the energy barrier. We just unleashed something dark. So there's definitely an encounter out over here. They are not very threatening, to be honest. We'll send an alien, or rather, we'll send an envoy to go investigate them. And to be honest, only one fleet should be necessary here. We'll send the tsunami fleet on over to Rotanev. Okay, so our science ship escaped, right? Yeah, I don't think it was destroyed. So that's good. And this is absolutely fine. This will keep us busy for a bit. In fact, our station might take these out. I suspect it will. Yeah, our station probably has this under control. Apparently, it's got a couple of Devastator-class defense platforms. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So in that case, the Tsunami Fleet doesn't need to respond to this. Where is the Tsunami Fleet? It has headed off somewhere. Okay, Tsunami, you can turn right back around. Yeah, you don't need to be here. This is fine. Are we even going to lose a defensive platform? I don't think so, to be honest. Cool. So this is going to be very simple for us. No doubt about that. We might need to make another science ship, though. We'll see. Actually, this one is not currently doing anything. I'm going to send it out over this direction. We'll have it move to, like, Falmir. Oh, it's in Beyond Dazat right now. Hang on, it can just stay put. Yeah, this is absolutely fine. So they're down to one remaining ship. And the station here should definitely have this fully under control. I'm actually surprised that these outposts exist. But yeah, this is completely A-okay. We're through the shields now, and they don't have any armor, so the hull is going to go very quickly. There we go. Perfect. So that's dealt with. Our first contact process has been aborted as they no longer exist. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but it's fine. I guess we'll never know what exactly they were. So we can go lower the shield down in Noose, which is exactly what we're interested in doing. There we go. And once we're done in Leah, we're going to head up to Rotanev, and we're going to grab these 2 minerals per month. So that'll be absolutely fine. And the Drifting Coracle, it's going to need a little bit more influence here before it can do anything. That's to be expected. Eventually, it'll get to that point. But not yet. Okay, so Isaac Secundus here. It's an orbital ring tier 2. Shouldn't it have a building slot? Interesting. I would have thought it would have. But we know that we had this being upgraded, and that's absolutely fine. So we're going to put in an additional orbital anchorage for now, and then I'm going to put in a naval logistics office, like so. So that will help our naval capacity somewhat, which will be good. We're at 96% on our power projection, which for now is good enough. But we are up to 2720 pops. That will drift away over time. So we're going to want that 8th fleet eventually, but we'll see if that happens before we end this series or not, because that will be happening quite soon. We're not quite there yet, but I want to... Okay, just checking through here. Democratic ruler election. I don't really care about that. I do want to get the Amlitzer station worked on, so let's buy in a few more alloys here. That looks good. And let's see what we've got going on here. So we do need more of these defense platforms queued up. Cool. So this is currently 15 of them queued up, bringing us to 49 out of 78. Nice. We need like 19 more. So that's getting very, very close. I like it. We're at 140 influence, so our idle construction ship is going to be not idle anymore here in 2 month ticks. That looks good. How are we doing on the day tick? Day tick is... The last 30 average is sitting at about 715 milliseconds or so. Okay, it seems to be holding fairly steady at that. That's good. So I would love to get the Drifting Coracle doing things, but that's not really an option right now. Ah, our energy credit situation is much better now. But it's still impacting the D471 Singularity here. I wonder if it was also impacting Widbaril or Markaz and I didn't notice. That's a possibility. Regardless, we need more energy credits. So let's sell some rare crystals and some zero. After the autosave, anyway. There we go. And some volatile motes and some food. So that'll put us back up to about 13k. That'll be enough for now. Price on alloys is good again, so let's buy a few of those anyway. And now we're just waiting on this 1 month tick to get this construction ship going again. At long last. It's been idle here for quite a long time. No doubt about that. So we're definitely going to do this. This is going to be a Habitat Central Complex as soon as this month tick goes through. This is 100% what we've got this influence earmarked for. It's unfortunate that we're going to be spending 1,500 alloys on it, but it's fine. Okay, month tick happening now. Habitat Central Complex being built. Fantastic. So that's now done, and we can see we're only at minus 15 energy credits now. 2724 pops. So we've gained like 12 pops in the 12 minutes that this episode has been going. We're still on pace for 1 pop per minute, roughly, which is not bad. We do need a Habitat Central Control on Gothra Prime, which we'll do. And what else have we going on? Ah, Korok needs a job. Okay, that's fine. We've got an open building slot here. This is a tech world, and I would be delighted to put in... Well, actually, let's just check to see if there's any other building types that we want to put in at this point. No, there's not. Okay, so it's going to be a research lab. Excellent. That'll be fine. Eventually, that will finish, and that's absolutely perfect. So now we can continue to work on the Amlitzer station, and that means that we can buy more alloys. I'm going to sell more food. The prices haven't really recovered as much as I would like. We could sell some volatile motes, and definitely some exotic gases. Prices are perpetually a bit higher there. Rare crystals prices are still low on. Are we making living metal? Yes, we're making 5 per month. So we can actually sell a few of these, and that's pretty valuable. So that sounds good. Price on alloys has not gone back down yet, so we'll just leave that be for the moment. And the Amlitzer station, we're going to continue to build defense platforms at. There we go. So that puts us at 23. So we're at 59 out of 78. Beautiful. Definitely making good progress there. I think now we're at 19, right? We were at 29 before. I think I said we were at 19 previously, and we were not. Pretty sure I said that. But yeah, I'm 95% certain that we are now. So that's looking great. We do want to get more alloys. We can see our alloy production not fantastic at this moment. We still need a lot more pops. There's no doubt about that. But our alloy production is going down through maintenance at this moment. It's not going down because we're not producing alloys. It's just maintenance requirements, right? As we build orbitals and as we build defense platforms, our maintenance costs are increasing. We can go in here and we can see we're currently spending 2,089.46 on ship maintenance. That's quite a lot, no doubt about that. So that's understood. We do want to offset that. However, this moved away from the D471 Singularity. This is decent. On the next month tick, we should see a good economic update. In theory, anyway. So our 2725 pops now. That's great. And eventually we're going to get an orbital ring upgrade available. It's not currently available. That's absolutely fine. Wow, price on alloys is up. That's rare. We can sell some rare crystals at least, so there's that. And that's about it for now. Just the rare crystals. So that all looks good for the moment. I do want to get those alloys purchased. Okay, the price has dropped. It's arguable whether I should buy them at that price or not, but it's okay. We'll get a few more defense platforms going here. We want to get these fully queued up, after all. So this is now 31, so that puts us at 68 out of 78, 10 defense platforms to go, meaning we need approximately 6,000 alloys in total. That's not bad. We can definitely wrap that up this episode. That sounds great. So let's check in on the price of Zero. It is 6.25. Let's grab... I don't want to sell rare crystals at this price, but we have a lot of them. So I'm going to do that. I'm not happy about it, though. Volatile motes, there we go. And I'd love to see the price of alloys drop a bit, but for now, we'll just have to leave it be. How are we doing on our construction ships? Ah, the water nymph is done up at Thabit. Okay, so have we already done Nietz into Kazabius? Yes. Kifatar? Yes. So I think we need to go up to Torfree's star. Yeah. So we're going to have to enter orbit up over here. We, of course, don't have the influence to get this going just yet, so it's going to have to be idle for a little while.
Blocker cleared.
And that's absolutely understood. I do want to get some alloys. Ooh, that price is good. I want to get some alloys in here. That'll be wonderful. And we're going to head on down. We're going to be able to get the majority of these Amlitzer Station defense platforms queued up. Okay, so that's all looking good. We are now at 36. Nice. 36 is really nice, actually. That would put us at, let's see here, 74. So we need 4 more of these. It's like 2,000 alloys. Price is good. We can buy it right now, and that should be it. Yes, defensive platform max capacity reached. Perfect. So that puts us exactly where we want to be. We now have all of those stations ready to be defended. The main question now is, what about these out over here? Well, Hope's End is being defended. Elasia is not. Arguably, we should change this over. We've already got 2 gun batteries on here. I'm going to put in a hangar bay and then 2 torpedo batteries. And then the crew quarters here should be replaced with a defense grid supercomputer, probably. And then we've got the command center, we've got the target uplink computer, and a dark matter listening post, which should really be replaced with a disruption field generator. The targeting computer should be, or rather the command center, should be replaced with a communications jammer, like this. So something along the lines of that. And that would mean that we still have this station to go as far as defenses go. There aren't any other stations out over here. We've already done this one, if I recall correctly. This is an anchorage. Okay, that's fine. This one is already... Hang on. Right. We want ancient ramparts. We're going to change that in a moment. Okay. Yep, these are good. And then up over here, Aya Ball should be good. And this should be an anchorage, and this should be an anchorage. Yes. Okay, so we want to change this over here. We don't want it to be this exactly. Specifically, what we want to do is we want to have all of these become ancient ramparts instead. Okay, there we go. And then we can start also building some of these Fire Coral class defense platforms. It's going to be a while before they get started on it, but this is definitely something that we can do. So this is Ulasia right now, and this is flagged as what type of station? Just an awkward one, I think. But yeah, this is the last location remaining here. We've got our trade hub that we don't care about. We've got all these anchorages that we don't care about.
Activated.
And then we've got all of these star bases, which are basically identical. So that looks good. This is the last remaining location. We can purchase a few alloys, and that is, of course, up over here. There we go. And we can start queuing these up. There's only 48 that this can hold right now, but that number is going to go up to 78 eventually. There's a revolt brewing on Boundary, which is not necessarily surprising. We knew that this would eventually happen. I'm actually surprised that it's taken this long, but we're going to institute a crackdown, and that should immediately make it disappear. On this month tick, this revolt should be gone. And there we go. Order restored. Fantastic. So no problem there. Another big issue here is the fact that we are currently sitting in this storm, which is a particle storm. Ship upkeep plus 50%. So let's get our army out of here. I don't think it's necessary to have them here. Let's put them up in the L cluster where there's far less storm activity, I've noticed. So that's definitely a good station point. Escaminza Prime is currently in need of housing. This is a forge world, so obviously we want to put in an industrial district there. That'll be wonderful. What else do we need? Hang on. Huh. That's interesting. So there's not currently a Ministry of Production here. We have a planetary capital. Once we get a system capital complex, that should be fine. But we're a lot of pops away from that. I'm wondering if we want to change over one of these. I think for the moment, I'm going to say no to that. And we do have this mining station here where we can put in our Habitat Central Control, which is absolutely fine. And we might as well also upgrade our mineral purification plant here. So let's get that going as well. What else might we need for planetary constructions? Well, this mining station needs a job, surprisingly. Actually, it needs its specialist to demote. That's what it needs. So we're not going to do anything there as of right now. We've got lots of jobs available. So that looks okay. Boundary, of course, is no longer in revolt, and it should be improving its stability significantly soon. Although that pop approval rating is going to be a pretty hard cap on this. But we should be seeing the amenities improve and the housing improve here significantly as this devastation improves. Yeah, that's a primary issue right now. So we'll let that continue to happen, and the same thing on the core. We're just slowly letting this improve. Although there is a particle storm happening right now. So that is dramatically decreasing the amount of devastation reduction, and that's understood. We're currently withstanding a storm here, and that's at least bringing it to a halt. I'm not sure if that's going up or down right now, but for the moment, that is fine. There's only 7 years on this monsoon, so that seems okay. And it should be being attracted out over this direction anyway. So, in theory, it should be passing soon. So that's absolutely wonderful. I do want to grab the Ulasia station here and see about getting any more of this. So the price is good. Let's go ahead and make some sales here. There we go. Buy some alloys. And that is going to, of course, allow us to put in some more defense platforms on Ulasia Station. So we're going to cap this out pretty quickly, I think, but we're going to be seeing some growth on the maximum number of defense platforms pretty soon. So that's understood, and I'm not sure exactly how many defense platforms we have on here because we have all these other constructions. So that's going to take a little bit of time to get that all set up correctly, but that's okay. We should have this done in the next episode, and then I think
Blocker
after
cleared.
that, we'll be ready to unleash the big one and wrap up this series. That's the plan here. So we're looking at 2, maybe 3 episodes, I think, depending on how long it takes to unleash the big one. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.